So the business was started 60 years ago this year by my granddad, and at that time we predominantly sold equipment into the fish and chip industry. So we manufactured the big frying ranges that fish and chip shops cook their fish and chips in, and the ancillary equipment that goes with that. Being in kind of various meetings, and the word LEP was kind of branded around a couple of years ago, and then I suppose as I've kind of become more and more involved with things like sitting on various steering committees, the LEP has very much kind of come to the forefront of what I do, really. So I can't go back and say, oh yes, it was something I was introduced to the LEP, or I kind of found them on Google. It was just a kind of organic thing, really. And so I was invited by somebody at the LEP to apply for the Commonwealth First programme. And really it's an initiative for SMEs who are looking to grow their export department. It's a facilitator, really. It's a kind of very high networking. So we'll go to events where you have the trade ministers of these various countries. They organise trade missions. They recently had a trade mission out to Kuala Lumpur and Singapore. So it's really a case of contact with a level of business that possibly people didn't realise was there. The Commonwealth countries, there's 52 English-speaking countries within the Commonwealth, a population of 2.2 billion and a kind of combined GDP of $9.6 trillion. So it's huge and it's really, really untapped, and I think it's kind of overlooked, really. So for me, it was a perfect opportunity to enter into markets. The cost of doing business in Commonwealth countries is 19% cheaper on average, because it has kind of a common legal system, common language, common financial systems. So there's really quite an attractive proposition and an untapped market. We make equipment for the fish and chip shop industry, which you think is pretty synonymous with Britain, which is probably why we've never seen it as an exportable product. But we manufacture a machine that chips potatoes. In North America and Canada, they eat a lot of fries, but they chip them all by hand. So you have a guy or a lady kind of stood with a big sack of potatoes, getting one out at a time, and they have like a manual machine that's basically a metal grid with a pull-down handle, and that's how they produce their fries. Our machine chips 56 pounds worth of potatoes in round about a minute. So for them, the labour saving is absolutely enormous. And you have huge chains of fast food restaurants that are absolutely desperate for this machine because they can kind of utilise their labour resources elsewhere in their business. So it's a huge cost saving for them. But it's not a product that really has been in the marketplace out there. So yes, it's exciting times for us, really, because maybe what we would sell in the UK, 100 units a year, we have one customer who has 900 outlets, and wants one in all of them. So potentially it's a very lucrative business. What I like about the LEP is that it's strategic to our regional economy. So sometimes you can feel a little bit kind of disengaged from London and the government down there. But I believe that the LEP are genuinely and successfully carrying out work and offering services that are the benefit for the Leeds City region, which is really quite a large encompassing area, really. But I do know that a lot of businesses who have been wanting to grow and are growing, I think there's a lot of growth out there, have utilised the services of the LEP to their advantage, and they have definitely assisted that growth because of the resources that are available to them, both from the skills, funding and advice. I would absolutely recommend the LEP, without a shadow of a doubt.